Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Orville, New Horizons, Episode 2, Shadow Realms, or Realm of Shadow.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a scary episode, but we got one.
Yeah, we
did. This is the Halloween episode.
Oh, definitely.
I was thinking for a second that, maybe all this scary preamble was going to be, it wasn't scary. And it was just, nope. It's as scary as the Krill say it is.
Yep. That was incredible. I mean, again, another great episode.
It's a cool episode because we set up a new villain, which is nice.
Yep.
We get some backstory with Dr. Finn with stuff that we didn't even know. Like, oh, wow, that's kind of interesting. And how that plays into the background. And it's so weird because I was expecting the turnabout, like, it's going to be this. And no, and there is no, people don't, I guess they're dead or not. They're not human.
They're not anymore and they can't go back to it.
Yeah, so it's not like, it's a classic Trek thing. Like, we'll develop an anti-serum. But this one is almost like, no, this is just something we're going to do to win the day, but it's not going to bring anyone back.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. It's dark.
So yeah, it's a pretty scary, dark episode. Everything about the beginning's dark. It just gets more dark, and it's like, wow, the only levity is a couple of jokes.
Yeah, basically.
Little silly jokes that are just kind of like, okay, yeah, we're still the Orville, but...
Yeah, they're trying to relieve the tension, but that was about it.
Just a tiny bit. So we open up, and I guess they're going to be let into Krill space, but beyond it, where no Union ship has ever been.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is going to be awesome, but we got to negotiate this first. So now they're starting, because everything with the war, how the Krill helped out the humans to fight the Kalon, they're starting to build inroads.
Yeah.
But, they have to, they have a negotiator. Someone is like, this is the best admiral. And we hear his name, and everyone's talking about this. Dr. Finn's not saying anything. And she's like, oh, no, I just didn't get any sleep last night. But it's kind of odd, like, you have nothing to say about this.
I know, Finn, you're a little off. There's something else going on in your mind.
We're like,
you know this guy?
Yeah, like, there got to be some type of history. There's got to be something, right? So, everyone's super excited because, they're explorers is what you do. You go and explore things. But Dr. Finn's like, geez. Because it's like, is this a bad past? Is this guy really not who he says he is? Or I don't know. I was thinking
all kinds of things.
Yeah, like I didn't know exactly where they were going to go with this. But they picked this guy up, and he seems like a pretty decent dude, like an up and up decent guy. Comes to Dr. Finn. Oh, it's been so long. Like, okay, they knew each other. And, I guess he was a professor. Oh, maybe it's an old teacher friend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the more he talks, it's
He keeps leaning in, and he keeps leaning in. Then it's like, they used to, date.
Yeah.
Then he's like, maybe we can go get some dinner sometime. And I'm like, okay, now it's not just like, it's nice to see an old friend. It's nice to see an old lover.
Mm-hmm.
Then she talks about her boys, and he's like, you had children? So he's like, so I guess they broke up. And we don't know the circumstances exactly of the breakup, but I'm assuming it's either, you're going to be your admiral stuff, and I want something different, and they just went the different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, obviously, Admiral, I mean, that's pretty high up there.
Yeah, he didn't even know that Finn had kids. Like, you have kids? I didn't even know that.
But he's laying it on thick.
He is.
He wants to start something up again.
Yeah.
He's being charming, he's being nice, and he keeps like, well, okay, I'd like to meet your kids. And she's like, let's just stick to the mission.
Yeah, Paul.
Go to Paul, yeah, come on, Paul, just... And you could tell he's a little like...
He's disappointed. He's
definitely disappointed. But Finn, she throws up that wall, and she doesn't let it down.
No, she doesn't.
Ugh. So I'm like, okay, so now we have the two storylines. We have Dr. Finn, her ex-lover, and then we have everything exploring Krill space. They still need to get permission, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool that they have a little party, a little dinner,
And then the Krill what is this? Why are we doing this?
There seems to things this is the thing so we can get to know each other. We can communicate more on a social level before we get to the work. And they're just kind of all stuffy. And I call the lights are down because the Krill, they can't do bright lights.
No.
But this guy gives, a good speech about how with these healing old wounds, for again a brighter future, all that kind of stuff, you know, because we're as explorers, this is the most thing going somewhere no one's gone before.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the
whole
ultimate
point.
explorer. So they, I thought it was funny because even the Krill guy kind of, even though he's not like participating in like the reverie, he still kind of nods the drink, you know,
Yeah, a little bit.
because you can't deny that.
Well, not like his partner's like saying, well, you know what, you think this is going to be last play. Once the Kaelan are gone, we're going back to our old ways with you. And,
Yeah.
And Kelly's like, oh. She's like, all right. Then. Okay, then.
Because they're so serious.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like how Dr. Finn like literally grabs a whole bottle of champagne. Okay, Kelly, I need to talk to you. So she like takes off with
Yeah,
it.
you handle this, Merce. You can handle these guys, right? He goes, yeah, well, my cirrhosis will be able to handle it. Yeah, I know, right? I'm drinking all that alcohol.
So they get girl talk, but they're talking about all this, and then she's like, yeah, I was married before. She's like, what? You were married and divorced? Like, when? You never told me. She's like, well, I don't like talking about it. And she's like, yeah, and it's Admiral, you know, it's Paul. And she's like, you and the Admiral were together. She's like, it was like a long, long time ago. He was my professor. I was my final year at university. We were dating. And I guess what she said was, we don't know the particulars, that they wanted two different things. Dr. Finn wanted a partner. And she felt like, he just wanted someone that whenever he came home from work to be like a happy little wife.
Yeah, and I'm not that. And she goes, we want different things. And he gave him an ultimatum, and he chose his career. And he left her. Well. And
then, so I like how Kelly's kind of being like the relationship lady.
Oh, yeah.
You get relationship problems, you come to this girl, she'll hook you up. So that's kind of, you know. And then she's like, oh, yeah, everyone thought we were just dating for a little bit, but we actually were seeing each other for a long time.
Yeah. Because I was a senior year in college, and that's when we started dating, my professor. And that was the way he won the relationship was fine when I was in college. But once I got out of college,
when I was in school and I'd see him come home and it's like, oh, how was your day and all those things. Well, I wanted more from my life than just being just like the happy little wife.
Exactly.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Especially she wanted to be
chief medical officer on the starship.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Exactly.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that's how that relationship kind of went down. And so they're going to go into the negotiations now, and it's foreboding.
Oh,
they go, here you go, you have to take this exact path. I'm like, okay, it's like, oh, it's kind of roundabout way, but we can do that. Also, only one ship. So I guess, okay, just
a test one, and if this works out well, we'll let more Union ships through. And then you got to put a homing beacon on your ship. So Kelly's like, come on now, that's a little...
But the
Admiral's kind of still saying, okay, it's fine.
Oh yeah, there's also an inhabited planet that we want to mine that's in Union space. Okay, man, we're giving up a lot of concessions for the Crow, but that's what you have to do.
Exactly.
So they kind of like, okay, they're kind of agree to this is, but there's, I guess, forgot something expanse.
Yeah, some kind of cluster expanse.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're not going there, are you? They're like, well, yeah, we want to study all the space. Well, that's a place of darkness. They're like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, demons live there.
Yeah, and it kind of teaches that. You don't go to that realm.
And there's it's a place of shadow realms.
Yeah.
And there's demons that can turn you into make a good man into, no matter how holy you are, it'll make you evil. And they're monsters and they have fangs. And they're like, okay, woo, cuckoo, because they're very religious.
Yeah, but of course the Admiral's, treating him serious because, he doesn't want to say, hey, this is just crazy. What are you talking about? But
they're like, do you have proof of these demons? Oh, it's in basically their Bible.
Yeah, the Arcana.
That's all we need.
Yep.
And they're like, well, okay, we goes, if you go anywhere near that, we won't come save you.
No.
Because we're not going to basically go into hell.
No, exactly.
To save you.
And you're like, well, this is dark stuff. You're like, my goodness, is there any truth to this?
I was thinking at this moment, like, maybe there's nothing there, and it's just like, oh, your religion is stupid, and you're just like, no, but we find out.
No, it was always justified.
I do like how they go, and before they leave, they do like this little saying.
In their language, yeah.
And it's like, what does that mean? Oh, it's a prayer for people that are about to die.
You mean a prayer for you guys?
Yeah, if you go to that expanse, you're going to die.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, like this is like heavy, like really dark. I'm like, come on, we need some levity. We got to find out that this isn't as bad as it looks.
Yeah.
So they get ready to go into this unexplored space, which is pretty cool. And they're like, do you think there's any truth to any of this?
And the Emerald there on the ship, Paul's like, I don't think this is just all. It's their crazy religion stuff. Who cares? We're gonna go. We're explorers.
But even Mercer's like, well, everything comes from something.
Yeah.
There had to be a little bit of truth. If there is some type of alien out there, it may not be a demon, but it might be some type of alien force.
Because even in the Unconic, which they, of course, they scan and they know every inch of it now, there's even a couple passages of this demon realm they talk about. So it's there. Oh, must be there for a reason.
But, it's like, it's up to you, Ed. If you want to, you got to risk it to get the biscuit. You got.
Well, we're here. Might as well. And then the Emeralds, we got to take advantage of this. We got to explore this. When's the next time we're going to be able to explore this space? Probably never. We got to do it.
So, Dr. Finn's like, just kind of going over paperwork. She's eating at a really nice little place. Admiral shows up and, man, this guy's swinging for the fences.
Yeah, he is.
He really
But he does it in a charming way. He's not bad about it.
He wants to start up a relationship again.
Yeah.
He's like, she's like, oh, congratulations on the negotiations. And, when are you going to be going back to the
space station? Yeah.
He's like, well, no, I'm going to be exploring the space with you. She's like,
that's unusual.
But this is unknown space.
Yeah.
She's like, I hope none of this, I didn't have anything to do with this. And he's like, well, yeah, a little bit. But
yeah. He goes, I still have that ring you gave me, and he shows her that ring.
It has some kind of like Solarian stone or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, did you keep yours? And she doesn't answer him.
Probably has it.
I don't know. It's so weird. But he literally keeps it on him.
Yeah, he does.
And he's like, oh, I keep it for good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you know what? When we broke up, it hurt me a lot. And I don't want to dig this up anymore. Let's talk about the mission. We'll talk about the science stuff and the medical stuff, but you and me, we gotta stop. This has to stop.
We gotta be professional. Sorry.
He backs off, which is nice.
At that point he does.
He's heartbroken.
Yeah, but what can you do?
But guess what? You got a divorce.
You broke up with her.
Yeah.
What do you want her? You know what I'm saying? It's your fault. You're not together anymore.
You took the ultimatum. He said, nope.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my thing, and you do your thing.
And he says, I'm even proud of you that you're the chief medical officer on the station, which you always wanted. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Let's keep it mission point. Nothing else. So I do like the fact that we get that whole scene that was in the trailer where he's like, oh, I didn't prepare a speech. So let's keep our heads up. We're gonna be first people to be in this exploration. This is what we do in a starship. And like I said in we did the trailer review, how much of a slap to the face is it that he quoted Star Wars and not Star Trek?
Oh, of course. I don't even think Star Trek exists in their universe.
Yeah.
I think that's how much, even though this is homage to Star Trek, it doesn't want to have any parallels with Star Trek. It's weird that way, but that's Star Trek's fault,
So they're on their way there. Admiral goes to talk to Isaac.
That's kind of funny.
And he's like, I love how blunt Isaac is. He's like, oh, hoping that you learned something important. You are. And he's going to
I love it.
Because I guess he's upgrading the scanner, right? He's just like straight up saying, you are bothering me.
So he's talking about the incident and all that, what happened, and go, yeah, at first you were on your side, but then you ended up turning and helping us.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. He goes, yeah. And he goes, well, anything else? Well, my whole report is there for you to read. You don't have to talk to me.
But he's like, I want to talk about Dr. Finn. I've heard around from the crew that you and her had like a relationship. He's like, oh, yes, we did. He's like, well, me and her were married once. Like, oh, so I guess we share that experience.
Yeah.
So he's like, I just kind of want to talk to you about her. Like, what are the things that like make her happy? And he's like, oh, her children are her top priority. She
would die for her children. Yeah.
She loves her work as a doctor and helping people. Like she likes this type of music and dancing. And he goes deeper and deeper. He's like, and her favorite sexual positions. And he's
like, I don't need to know that. Okay, we can talk about that. Okay, that's a little graphic.
It's so funny because Isaac is blunt. He doesn't get jealous. And if you ask him anything, he doesn't understand that would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you sound like a real piece of garbage. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Remember, we both had sex with the same lady. Yeah,
I know, right?
He should have been like pounded. He's like,
and then he goes, and then at the end he admits to Isaac that he does miss her and he wants her back in her life. And then Isaac kind of concurs, like, yeah, I do too.
He's like, yeah, then that's another thing that we share. Her presence causes me not to. So that's feelings.
Yeah, it is feelings.
I love it.
Oh, it's great.
I love Isaac. He's my favorite. Oh
yeah, exactly.
He's the epithet of just like. He can be so rude, but you can't blame him for being rude. He just is what he is. So, like, I don't know what the Admiral wanted from this, like, meeting, but...
I think he was going to take another shot at Finn, but maybe he just wanted to know what made her happy. Maybe he just wanted it and he knew Isaac was just going to be honest about it.
So they get to
that cluster thing.
That nebula. It's absolutely just ridiculously beautiful.
Yeah.
And I do like how they're doing the scans. They talk about how many stars there are and, all the different living planets. Like we can go explore all these things.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so cool.
They go, we're getting like a distress signal. Oh, from where? From that one place.
In the Expanse.
Expanse. And they're like...
Are you afraid? Well, no. Let's go in there and go.
Let's see the distress.
Obviously, no one we know. It's just
exactly.
It's someone we know. So they go in there, and I'm like, oh.
And this is unlimited. It's empty. And then they go in there, and as they're going in, the stars start disappearing.
Yeah, there's no stars in this Expanse. So it's like literally black ink.
And then I remember even more in what's her name? Charlie were making jokes. It's like Vegas. Yeah, just like Vegas.
Yeah, there's no sentient life. I'm just like Vegas.
It's so stupid.
It's so beautiful, but it's empty. But now they go into this place. There's nothing. Literally on the forward scanners, nothing.
Nothing.
You're looking at blackness.
Yeah.
So somebody say like it was like 8 parsecs.
Oh yeah. So that must be how many light years? That's got to be hundreds of light years maybe across. That's crazy.
But they, keep going towards the signal, and there's just nothing out there, and it's just creepy as all hell. I kept thinking, okay, maybe it's something like there's going to be some kind of stupid casino, or I don't know what I was thinking. It was going to be something silly.
You thought it was something silly? Nope.
They, and then you hear Malloy's like, what the hell's that? In classic sci-fi, we don't get to see it.
Not for about 20 seconds.
Oh, the characters see it. They did the long pan zoom around, and it's like the thing from Dead Space.
Yeah, it looks like a demon space station.
Yeah, it looks like I want to say like an evil obelisk.
Yeah,
it's all red and it's just floating in space. This big thing.
Yeah.
So this is like, I don't know, the Devil's Probe. Like
I know. I don't want to be near this thing at all.
But they're scanning it, and it's a station. It has mineral propulsion. It's made of some type of metal.
The middle life support, but no one's in there. They can't find any life at all. Nothing.
Weird.
Really
so
weird.
So I'm like, well, okay, let's get an away team. Let's get down there and check it out. They're flying around. I'm like, just send in Isaac and no one else.
That's what I was thinking exactly, because he's a machine.
But they can't wait to explore. That's what you do. Yeah. That's what you signed up for, right?
Yep.
So they get down. They're flying around like, oh, maybe there's some place to dock. Because it just looks like nothing they ever...
No, exactly.
Well, like some internal scans, we see a big empty space. Maybe that's a docking bay. So they go towards it, and we see like a thing open up. So it's like, well, then it's expecting us?
Exactly.
I'm getting Event Horizon vibes.
I know, right? I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it's like their nightmare's going to come true. What's going on here?
So it's some kind of like devil place. But it opens up. They go in there, and it looks like living rock.
Yeah, it's really dark and just ominous. And every time they're scanning, we don't even know half these materials are. Yeah. We have no idea what this stuff is.
We know it's an alloy of some kind.
That's it.
That's it. Nothing else. We don't know its composition. And there's like there's certain things where you can see where energy's going through. Yeah. So it has power. It has and it has breathable atmosphere. Yeah. So it has some type of life support somehow.
There's something.
So they get to like a middle of a room, and they're like, okay, let's kind of fan out a little bit. Don't go too far.
We're going teams of 2, yeah.
Yeah, keep making scans. We see pillars. We see lights. Things that may be birthing pods. Like, I don't know.
The thing is so scary and creepy. It's like...
super... It's Dead Space. It is a very Dead Space look to it. Yeah. So they're walking around, and I like how Kelly's about to like touch the wall, and Dr.
Says, don't do that.
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything. We don't know any of this stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Then they're like, we're getting lots of information, but we can't even begin to really even analyze any of this.
No.
So it's like you're collecting things without even being able to do anything with it. It goes, not without the ship's computer and like lots of time.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to decipher any of this.
Nope.
So Captain Mercer's with the Admiral. And they're walking. They see what look like blue donuts on the wall. Like, I don't know other way to explain what these look like. And
Millard, he finds a distress signal. This is the source of it.
He's like, but
who did this? Where are they at?
Like, well, maybe they forgot to turn it off. It goes, but there's no one here.
Yeah.
There's no life sign, so someone had to turn it on. So I'm like, is this like a big trap?
Trap, a setup?
A big mouse trap?
Yeah.
So they get to these Orville thingies on the wall, and you can see that there's energy in them.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? We collected plenty of stuff. No one's here.
Let's go.
Let's go back and then just analyze what we have. Admiral gets really, really close to one of the things, and it opens up and goes and it closes again.
Yeah.
Like,
why'd you
oh
do
my
that?
goodness! I thought it was gonna be. I didn't know what I thought was gonna pop out of this thing, but it just opened and closed.
That's it.
I'm like,
but probably its breath got on him or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, and it's like, okay.
I know what I thought it was. I thought it was like a way to access a panel, like it would do like a retina scan or something.
Yeah.
But then he's like, oh wow, what was that? He's like, it moved. Well, okay, let's just get back and
Well, let's get back to the ship. Yeah,
because
we got enough.
we're things are creepy here.
Yeah.
Let's get the heck out of here. So they're talking about it and everything and the stuff that they found and how maybe the ship's alive.
Yeah, who knows?
Because even Border's like, yeah, we have rock creatures that look like rocks that are actually real on my planet. But then, like, well, let's get some more scans and things. And then the Admiral just starts convulsing.
Yeah, falls on the ground like, oh my god, what's wrong with them?
And bravo makeup job.
Oh my goodness.
His face looks gross.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I thought there was like a giant sore on his head. It's an eyeball.
Yeah, it's gross. It just made me scared crawl when I saw that. Like, you
body
gross.
horror.
Yeah.
So all my hopes of something silly.
That went out the window.
Oh, completely out the window.
Goodbye.
Not necessarily my hopes for something silly, but maybe something decent. So, Dr. Finn's scanning him. Like, his DNA is being rewritten as I'm scanning him.
Exactly.
So, we see, like, the eyeballs. But she's like, yeah, this cluster on his face has optical nerves. They're eyeballs.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross.
And I can't even begin to decipher it. She goes, I need another thing of that thing that...
Whatever happened, I need at least something.
A sample so I can analyze it. I don't know what the hell that's going on.
But he's like, oh, God, oh. Yeah, that's what happens when you're an explorer.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can get things that go too far.
I think now, whenever they go anywhere, they got to wear their suits.
Yeah.
They have to. Why couldn't they meet a nice alien race? Then maybe, let's made cookies and sat down and had tea. Of course not. Has to be the freaking nasty bug monster guys.
Exactly.
So they go back in there and like, okay, we're going to get a sample of what we had.
And
so
this time they're wearing hazmat suits now. They're not messing around,
They activate that little pod thing and they suck it up. There's microbial thingies in there.
Yeah.
So it's a freaking like a pod.
Yep.
Just like something to infect you.
Yeah, some sporic kind of like virus.
Of course. Why not? Because it always is, right? So Dr. Finn's like, well, I was able to kind of slow it down, but it's still affecting him. So he has one big giant black eyeball.
Oh, it's so gross. And then they go now the homing signal's kind of changed now. It's turning into something else. So what's on with that?
Yeah, it's not a distress signal, it's a homing signal
now.
So it's like, oh, we caught someone.
Yeah.
So whatever they made a call to whatever alien thing is happening.
And it's going Y-band, so yeah.
So it's like stepping on a mousetrap, and then now they heard the snap.
Yep, exactly. They know. And he keeps on saying, you know what? If I change, if something happens to me, take my ring or whatever, because...
And she's like, no, I'm going to save you. And it's nice, like, oh, if you promise me to make it through this, I'll make you that chocolate souffle you love.
There he goes.
He's like, oh my God, I hated that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You said you loved it. She's like, I saw how proud you were of it. I just couldn't tell you that it was bad. Because it tasted like soggy cardboard. It was awful.
She goes, well, I'll make it. If you don't get it, I'll make it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you. You're not going to get away.
Yeah, he has a big giant
eyeball. So gross. Oh, it just makes my skin crawl. Good job, but man.
It's awesome. Like, but we got a whole fly situation going on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's turning into a monster. This thing is literally rewriting his DNA. He's becoming whatever. So I'm assuming this is how these aliens, they trap people.
Yeah.
What a bunch of jerks. But what if it's the only way they can reproduce?
But you're forcing it on people though.
But again, that's human sensibilities.
Yeah, but now you're affecting me though. Now this ain't just have to do with your race. It has to do with my race now.
Then he's like, well, then put my ring on me. Yeah. If I die, I want it on me.
Exactly.
So she slips it on his finger, which was nice, I guess. Like his little like, thank you so much. But he's like, yeah, I'm dying. Like, she's like, no, you're not. I'm going to save you. No, you're not.
No. I mean, you just give him hope, but yeah.
But, and just like in a good old scary movie, as soon as you turn your back, the frickin'...
And then any of them got the sample and they're trying to get back to the ship, and all of a sudden, what the hell's going on?
She turns back, the frickin' Admiral's gone. And he shut off all the power.
He's an Admiral. He can do that.
And then Bodas is trying to like reroute stuff like, oh, I've been locked out of everything.
Yeah.
Because he's using Admiral codes.
Yep. Not only did he shut down the power, they can't use communications or nothing.
Because they have a dampening
field.
field.
Dampening field. Nothing.
So nothing works.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Just very low basic life support.
Yeah.
So she's like, I gotta go save my kids, and tells the assistant guy, oh, just, you're head of med bay. I gotta go find my kids. You're looking around, flashlights, and you hear like, oh my God. You hear little clicking noises.
Exactly.
And this is straight up horror show from here on out.
Oh yeah.
We have the haunted house in space.
Yep.
It's Alien.
Yeah, but done better. I'm sorry, done better.
It's very similar. You're walking around. It's scary. It's creepy. And of course, what's that sound? Mother effer, just go in a room and lock the damn door. Don't investigate anything.
And Sam McFarlane, you should watch this episode with the lights off. And I don't know about that. I don't think I'll take that advice.
And it's one of those things where the Admiral was just talking to Finn.
Yeah, minutes ago.
And then he ran off.
Yeah, and he took off his clothes.
Yeah, or he bursted out of them.
Yeah.
The guy finds the clothes and there's some blood and stuff or whatever. And then we get to see the creature and it's a full-blown jump scare and it's a pretty creepy looking monster.
Yeah, it is.
It has big black eyes. It's scary. It's creepy looking. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, got this guy.
Yeah, and I like this guy.
He was a cool guy. I guess he's gone now.
Yeah.
Because, spoiler for the end of the episode, they don't save these people.
No, they don't.
Yeah, look at that thing. Then, they're trying to get back into the ship and they can't even contact them.
No.
Lamar's like, hey, there's a dampening field. We can't even make communications. We're going to have to manually dock. Yep. So, of course, the manual dock looks cool.
Oh, yeah, it looked cool.
It's almost like, shoot everything that moves. It's just like they don't know what's going on.
No.
And that's one of the things. They go, maybe there was some kind of random power outage.
Yeah.
Or the Admiral, for some reason, they don't know he turned into a monster.
I don't even know if they can use even phasers at this point.
I don't think they can.
No, that's how bad that dampening field is.
Yeah, so they can't do nothing.
No.
We have to get to the bridge. Then Dr. Finn went to look for her boys, and they're not in their quarters. The boys went to go look for her, so they must have passed each other in different hallways, different decks. You dumbass kids.
But it was funny. Tyson says mom said just stay in the room, but no, he didn't want to do that.
He's like, oh, we have to go find mom. Oh, you dumb. You dumb.
Exactly.
So they went to the medical bay, and that's where the other guy got attacked.
Yep.
So they're walking around. Of course, we hear the noises.
Yeah, he's in Finn's office right now.
So, then we get kind of more of just seeing it in shadows and stuff. You see some guy kind of kneeling down, running into the shadows. Don't approach that guy.
Exactly.
That guy, there's something going on with that guy.
Yeah, pretty bad.
You want nothing to do with it.
Yep.
So they get their whole little scary situation where they're being kind of chased by it. And we're thinking, oh my God, there's more than one. So this can turn you.
Yep.
Super fast. Because remember, it took a little while for the
Because it was just a small little spray. That was, he literally vomits on you. It turns you in 10 seconds into one of those things.
For your body and bone structure to change like that, how incredibly painful that must be.
It'd be awful.
So yeah, boys, get the hell out of here. So
yeah,
they escape this thing. It doesn't get them, thank God. And imagine a little boy version of the monster.
Exactly.
They get found by a red shirt.
Yeah, which is funny. I know McFarlane did this attention.
Random red shirt that we've never seen before. I'm like, he's a goner.
He's a goner.
He's a goner.
He's all, well, there are no one here. What are you talking about? I'm looking around. I don't see any monsters.
What's going on? Let's get you guys back. We gotta find your mom. And then you look up and the monster gets him.
And then sprays that crap all over his face and he starts transforming and it's, oh gosh.
It's a good transformation, but it's creepy as hell. The boys run that F out of there.
Yeah.
They run to their mom. Oh, thank God you're with your mom. It's not much safer, but at least you're with your mom.
Exactly.
They're like, Mom, there's monsters. There's a thing on board, and it has eyeballs and creepy skin and big black eyes.
And then she tells him, "What did I tell you? Stay in your quarters. That's the first thing you do in an emergency situation. You didn't do it." So let's go to the bridge. Let's just go to the bridge right now. And that's what they went to.
So we got to start passing this information around.
Yeah.
This is they basically debrief everyone. It's like, what did you see? It had big black shiny eyes. It had fangs and teeth, and then Mercer's like a demon.
Yeah.
So the Krill were right.
They were right in their own way.
In their way, they would interpret this as demons. Remember, said it would turn even the most holiest man into a monster.
Yep.
I thought it meant in a spiritual way.
No, this meant literal.
So yeah, they were right.
And remember, the Krill haven't explored this space in over 100 years. Yeah. That's probably why.
They just stay away.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would. The guys, if they weren't so spiritual about things like, yeah, there's a race out there that's going to try to trick you. Don't go in their space station. Couldn't you tell us that?
No, they can't. They got to do it in this friggin' over-the-top religious, where you sound like a kind of a crazy person. Like, okay.
But they're like, well, we don't even know how many people have been affected by this. No. We got to figure out some way.
Got to stop this because they'll take the whole ship if we're not careful.
And they're like, wait a second. Lamar is still trying to get power on. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, because they separated him and Mercer, and them separated.
Yeah, because he's trying to get the power back up. On. So we have only so many people with the actual information.
Yeah.
So like Bortus, go down there, find Lamar. At least Lamar's with Isaac.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, he's robot. These things can't affect him, and he's super strong.
Yeah, so they're not gonna build. He's fine. He's gonna be okay.
So at least you're with that guy. Yeah. So take the killer robot with you. So let's find him. We gotta inform everybody. Yeah. The more people know about this, the better. And Otala is super strong too.
Yeah, she could handle herself.
Yeah, so she can crack some skulls if she has to. Long hallways, flashlights, scary stuff. It's just more and more moody, scary stuff. He's in a conduit at Jeffrey's tube. So he's crawling around. Ugh.
That's perfect.
I don't like confined spaces because this monster thing can move a lot better than you.
Yeah. It can climb on walls. Yeah. So, I mean...
So he finds a panel and he's like, oh, hey, Isaac. I like how Isaac's just on the other side of it and he can kind of like talk to him like through the little hole.
I'm going to get at least minimum power. I can at least give us that.
We're going to have lights, a little bit of life support, but no communications. Like, oh, God, we need communications.
That's gonna take time to do
so he gets a little bit of lights on. I'm like, oh, thank God. At least they can see.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, we're going to go back to the bridge. We're going to try to get some more systems up, some more scans, but everything's still weak.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna try to get some more stuff done, and then he doesn't know there's a monster on board, multiple monsters now, and they're starting to get more scans, and there's something on the way, and probably a ship.
Yep,
and it's probably come here to get the rest of their bad guys.
Yep.
And of course, thank you. Stay on the bridge, dum-dums.
Yeah, stay on the bridge. Stay with them. You'll be fine up here.
Yeah, it's the safest place you can be right now. Yeah. You know, Lamar's doing more work. Here's something.
Then it's Isaac. Oh, you can go now, Isaac. And Isaac leaves him. So he's by himself now.
Hearing noises. Oh, God.
I love this, though.
But he's like looking around the corner with the flashlight and everything. Oh, doesn't see nothing over there. Oh, maybe it was nothing. Maybe my mind's playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
Turns around and there it is. I like how Lamar's like, nope.
That's God, I saw that. I'm done. I'm not even going to
He didn't freeze. He just gets the F out of there.
Yeah.
He barely... Thank God he knows where he's going.
Yeah.
Takes off. He activates some, like, I guess it's probably like a fire suppression thing. Just to kind of... I'm like, oh, no, it got him. But he's able to activate...
Just give him enough time.
Smart move.
Yeah, but now multiple are following him now. He's got 2-3 of them following him.
And these things can crawl on the roofs, on the walls.
Oh.
Super smart move of him. He goes to the brig and locks himself in the thing.
Yeah, he does.
What a smart move.
Yep. So you can't get me, but they just keep pounding like, oh my goodness.
So these things are like trying to get me, standing like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm in a room, I'm stuck, but I'm safe.
And he starts screaming, like, help,
But what can...
Yeah.
But Tala hears it, and she kind of just goes, hey, hey, assholes. She just
they come after me, yeah, exactly.
Chase me down, like, yeah, you want to fight someone, you can fight me. She gets them to go to the
cargo box.
I thought she was going to start throwing cargo boxes around.
She could have. She's that strong.
But she starts to fight them, and she can throw some dudes around. She can fight. She can throw down. I was
just worried her getting affected. That's the only thing I was worried about.
They try to spit on her. She dodges it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because I thought, okay, if any main member of the crew gets this, they're going to find a way to fix it. But only not main crew members.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh my God, are they going to be able to save these people?
I don't know.
And she's killing these guys.
She's messing them up. Yeah, what are you going to do? They're attacking you. They're not going to stop.
Yeah, she even crushes one in a box.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she hits one and...
Well, she has to.
I like the fact that they're probably thinking, oh, this is easy prey. Yeah, this little lady.
Again. Yeah, no.
Try again. Not. But yeah, she totally crushes one of them in the box. She's like, well, that's the end of that guy.
Well... You gotta do what you gotta do. They're just trying to kill you.
So we got a pretty cool fight scene. It's a fun fight scene. I like it.
It's pretty good.
One of the monsters walks up to Isaac.
And Isaac just stands there.
Because he can't get scared.
Yeah.
It goes up to him and it's looking at him. And it's like looking for a place to spit. Can't do anything.
It's
Just
a
runs off.
machine. It just can't do it. I can't turn you, so you're nothing to me. You're
And even I was like,
okay, whatever.
I just came across. But his scanners probably scanned all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Krill have ever came into contact with these beings before.
Well, remember they said they went there 100 years ago and they never been back.
Yeah,
so
I want to see the Kalon, because they'd be perfect to fight these things. They can't affect them.
No, they can't.
But he hears Lamar screaming.
And he says, "Get me out of here!" And he gets
Lamar gets him out of there.
He's like, "What are you doing there?" And he's like, "Just get me out of here." I was like, "Why do you care?"
They get to the bridge. He's like, "Oh man, like, we're trying to figure out how to get some of the more of the power up." And Dr. Finn's like, "I have nothing.
Communication up. I get nothing. I go, I need one of their bodies.
I need something. I need more spores or one of these things."
Yeah.
Then she walks in. "Oh, got you a patient." You've got a dead one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's cool. I like that. Look at the time they did a full body.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
Looks amazing.
Oh, it's creepy as hell. These things belong in a Doom game.
Yeah, they do.
They look like the imps, kind of.
Yeah, they do.
So that's when they think that, oh yeah, that ship's still approaching.
Yeah, and it looks just like them.
It's like a red kind of like.
It's just the same alien race. They're coming to get their people.
Do you think it's a big? They think it's a big living ship.
Could be.
And these are like their babies.
Could be.
We don't know. We never get any answers, any more answers. We don't even know what this race is called.
No.
Except for the demons of the expanse.
Yeah.
So yeah, this thing. She starts to scan. It's like I can't even tell.
I can't even tell it's human anymore. There's a few white cells. Besides that, it's not human no more.
Yeah.
She's basically saying, I don't think I can do anything for
I can't even tell who it was.
Yeah.
I know it was a human crew member.
Yeah, that's it.
But she's like, wait a second. If there's still white blood cells, that means their immune systems are still weak. I can devise basically a virus that can kill them.
Yeah.
Because they can die from just like the common cold.
Yeah. And that's what she definitely develops.
And then, then of course you have a little bit of levity on board. It's like, well, what will happen to everyone on the crew? Well, you might get the sniffles. I'm prepared for this.
I'm just a call
we're so glad that you're going to might get the sniffles, that you're going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
So she synthesizes the virus, and she can just do it through the air.
Yeah.
Which is a very Trek thing, but normally it would save everyone.
Yeah.
This is going to just... She goes, then Mercer's like, these are our people. This is going to just kill them. Well,
she goes, there's no way to save them. That's out the window. They are so far gone, they're gone.
And we got to kill these things, or...
Give them a chance to leave the ship.
And then everyone else on the bridge is like, yeah, it's us or them.
Yeah.
This guy, we got to choose us.
Yeah.
And even Mercer's like, I'm going to kill my crew members? But everyone else is like, dude, Ed, that's kind of do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if there's any way to communicate with them, tell them, we don't have to kill them. But Dr. Finn's like, there might be a chance.
Admiral has that ring on him.
He has his ring on his finger. Maybe I can talk to him. Maybe if there's any part of him in there, I can get to him. And I can just convince them to just leave.
Yeah.
And say, come on, Captain, let me have this chance. We got to at least give them the chance to surrender.
Yeah.
Okay. Scan for that ring, that moon ring. And okay, we got to kind of pick up it down in the cargo bay. Okay, go with the full detail. Now that they have full power up, they can use their weapons. So yeah, we got rifles.
They have a little shootout there, the friggin' where the stairs are at. They're like going a little.
It's aliens. It's a damn bug hunt down here.
It's boom, boom, boom.
It's game over, man.
And they have their friggin' action rifles. It's so cool.
Yeah, they should have the one from Alien, the one that's on the belt, the smart guns.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So it turns into Alien 2 for like a minute.
Yeah.
Big old shootout, super fun. They get into the cargo bay, and then she sees him, and she sees the ring on his finger. She notes him. If there's any part of you in there, Paul, I'm just letting you know I have a virus. I can activate it, and it can kill all of you.
Yeah. So just leave the ship.
Just leave. Take your people and leave.
Yeah.
And then
it starts talking.
It starts talking. No, Paul. It only that. So it's like, well,
and then we're going to turn all you into us. And they go, okay, release the virus. I gave him a chance.
So they're getting ready to do it. They start to release a little bit, and then the other.
They start filling it.
They start filling it. Fine, we leave, but not forever. Then I guess they put them in an escape pod thing, and they just let them go.
All of them. There were probably like 9-10 of them that got turned.
No, they didn't. Like lock torpedoes on that thing.
Yeah, just blow it up. No, but it's funny because she even says to lower their weapons too, so they wouldn't even feel threatened. But yeah.
But do you think that was the right move? Let them go.
Well, what can you do? They're turned. They're turned to those aliens.
Or just kill them. But
is
maybe,
that fair to them?
But here's the thing though. Maybe this alien race would be like, well, they let them go when they could have killed them. Can they reason? Well, obviously they can talk. Is there reason?
I'm just hoping maybe these are like you said, the baby ones, and then the ones on the ship are a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more. I don't
said
know.
something where it's like, well, that's how we reproduce.
Yeah.
If that's sorry you stole.
But like you said, the crew are a little bit more open and not so religious about it, and actually just said it in a more scientific, clinical way. They would have known not to go to that place. But they said it in such a stupid way. You're like, well, what are you talking about?
So that's how we solved the problem. That just got them off the ship.
Yeah, this wasn't a happy.
A couple of them died.
Yeah,
probably killed a couple of them.
Yeah,
but like you send letters back to the families. Oh yeah, you're.
It's some bug alien demon thing. Sorry.
And it took off. So technically he's alive, but not.
Yeah,
maybe.
Exactly.
But yeah, she convinced him to leave. Maybe there's a little bit of, and it's funny since the Admiral was an expert negotiator. Maybe there's a part of that in him.
Maybe.
And maybe there's something, right?
Maybe, but I don't know. Can you friggin' make peace with these creatures? I mean, I don't know.
What kind of offensive capabilities do they have on their ships?
Who knows?
Do they have torpedoes? Did they shoot giant globs at your ship?
Well, the fact they can make elaborate space stations, they can make big things, they can make spore things that can affect you.
I'm thinking, what if their weapons are just bioweapons?
Could be.
And they just crack a hole in your hull and then shoot that goop in there and it fits.
They remind me of more menacing, I would say if I'm going to use Star Trek thing, friggin' A Species A479.
Yeah.
From Star Trek. That kind of like bio creature thing. Not necessarily anything that we know of. Like no alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, something so foreign. So
yeah, it agrees to leave. But like under a threat though. And it threatened back. Then, Dr. Finn's having her
in the same place
again. Isaac walks in.
Yeah.
And it's sweet. Isaac, when'd you get so sweet? He's like, well, how are you, Dr. Finn? She's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, I've learned that with the crew, when someone goes through a traumatic experience, someone who's in their close social matrix will want to check on you. She's like, well, that is correct. Yeah. So how are you, Dr. Finn? I'm doing fine. Okay, she's going to walk away. And then it's like,
Isaac, she wanted you to sit down.
Yeah,
Isaac.
but Isaac doesn't take social cues.
I know.
She's like, oh, come on, sit down. He sits down, and he's like, I'm sorry for your loss. You lost a friend, and he's learning human things.
He's starting to.
I like that. That's super nice.
She goes, yeah, and he goes, yeah, and he goes, I want you to know we talked. And, oh, what you guys talk about? And we talked about you, and like
he spoke very highly of you.
And we wanted to talk about your sexual positions we have with you. It's like, jeez.
Yeah, we both had sexual relations with you, so that's a common thing that we shared. And she's like, man, Isaac, I've missed speaking with you. And he's like, I've missed you too. And it's like, because Isaac's so blunt, and she just laughs because it's like
that's what she loves about him, though.
Because that would be like, oh, my ex-husband talked to my ex-boyfriend about how they used to have sex with me. It just seems so inappropriate. But from Isaac's perspective, it's sweet. Isn't that weird?
It is weird. And the guy would get slapped for that. What a thing.
Yeah, we talked about how you like it.
Yeah.
But he stays, and they have a nice conversation.
I think they're going to get back together. They should. That would be cool.
I love Isaac. And the way he said, oh, me not having her in my daily life,
Glad we have that in common. I miss her
that,
too.
That it has affected me.
Yeah.
That's a human thing.
It is.
Guess what? My laptop doesn't miss me when I don't use it.
No. It doesn't know me.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
And also, there's another funny joke we didn't talk about, but like when Kelly's trying to, when they're first trying to power up the thing, she had to take out the batteries of like the blasters or whatever, the phasers, and they go, well, you're doing it wrong. You're not twisting, you're doing it wrong.
If it doesn't pop out easy, you're doing it wrong.
And Molly tells her that, and she's like, oh, thanks. And then Mercer says, what's going on? Well, she can't take the power. Well, she's doing it wrong. I'm like, okay. She keeps getting fouled on.
Stupid man had this thing. Yeah, if you don't know what to do, you're not a man.
It's funny. But
that was a funny
little levity you needed in this episode, believe me.
But another cool sci-fi episode. We have a new villain.
Yeah.
So in the comments, do we think that this is a species they can even talk to?
I don't know.
Or even converse with, or
well, even when we didn't mention when Finn and him talking and how like saying they're not even going to the Expanse anymore. They're done.
Oh
They're
yeah.
not going to explore that anymore. That part.
Because
it could be more of those aliens. They can't take a chance.
They do have those spores. Maybe they can figure out a way to make sure that like an antidote or an antibody.
Maybe down the line.
But if it ever comes up again, but you're never going to go back in there.
I think you could probably make, I'd say where it's like a vaccine, but not something if you don't take it, you're going to get infected. Yeah. That's it.
I'm also thinking maybe the only way you can explore that space is like unmanned probes.
Maybe. Yeah, because, I mean, I think you said to have a cure, but they won't have a cure to cure you. Once you're turned, you're done.
Yeah, you can't. I think you're gone.
You're gone.
That sucks.
That does. But that shows you sometimes when you explore space, you're gonna find stuff creepy, scary stuff. I mean, that happens.
Yeah, if you're don't get out of bed if you're afraid of space.
Yeah, that's what Q told Picard too.
You get a nosebleed.
Yep.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting a scary episode, but it was pretty good. It's good sci-fi.
Oh, yeah, excellent.
Because we have like philosophical sci-fi, then we have like scary sci-fi, and you get it all at the Orville. You get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You get comedy sci-fi, you get like romance sci-fi, now we got scary sci-fi.
He does it all. He does it all. And please watch this multiple times. I'm sure I'm going to. Share again. You talk about it on Twitter, share people's videos, share people's reviews, share our reviews, talk about it, watch it on Hulu, get the month free trial. Yeah, if you have to
and
watch.
You can then watch somehow.
Even if it gets down to the last episode, okay, then binge watch it if you have to.
Yeah.
And please don't watch it from illegal pirate sites. That's not helping.
No, it's not helping anyone
at all.
Unless somehow your country has no access to Hulu in any way.
Well, then fine if you can't get it.
But if you're in a place that has it to get it,
just watch it.
Because then we won't get sci-fi like this. We'll be stuck with, even Strange New Worlds. It's just okay.
Yeah, but it took a big step backwards this week. Big step backwards, guys.
But stupid crap like that.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want it. I want this. This is incredible.
See, they had the opportunity to make a statement about wearing a mask or being clean or something like that. They could have done that. Well, like the people in the 20th century, they wouldn't even wear masks when there was a pandemic. There could have been a line like that, but there wasn't.
No.
There was a perfect opportunity for it.
Because he just wants to tell a story. That's it.
And Trek, they would have done it.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, on January 6th. Really? Trek? Really?
I know.
People walked around and broke some glass? Really?
That started the Second Civil War. Sure it did.
See, Trek can't help itself, but Seth MacFarlane can help himself.
Yep. And he's a liberal like they are.
He's hard level left.
Guess what? He doesn't let it affect his work. It's about the story. It's about telling these allegories and stuff and doing it in a way where you're looking at it like, oh yeah, these are bad aliens, but at the same time, what if they're dying? What if they're the only way to reproduce? See, there's...
Yeah, what if they're an alien race and literally the way their evolution went and they're like dwindling in this... What if these 10 or 12 people go back to that thing and it's a giant celebration?
Yeah.
That they have new life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we have to always see
it. But we're seeing from the scary, creepy perspective, but...
I'm pretty sure they look at a human, they probably think a human's pretty scary looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like when you say, a spider's more scared of you than of it. Well,
yeah, it could be.
But yeah, another cool, fun sci-fi episode.
I mean, he keeps on knocking out 9s and 1/2 and 10s, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm floored how amazing this is.
Yeah, can't wait for next week again. The comment section was a little light on the last video.
Well, we'll get to it.
I'll probably post that one probably Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it.
But remember, tell everyone around. Comment on the videos and we'll give you the shout outs and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, definitely. And the more comments, the more those videos are more fun because people see things that we didn't see.
Yeah.
And that's always cool to talk about. And that's the number one thing. It just reminds me of going to school and talking about the latest Trek episode at lunch with my buddies.
The way they used to be.
Yeah.
Exactly what I want.
But guys, keep it coming. We're going to review every episode. It's just a ton of fun.
Yep.
That's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.